Hi, welcome to the Marxist Perspective. This is the first video we're going to do, and I thought for the subject matter, this would be a good one. So how do we recognize the difference between fascism and authoritarianism? They're very similar. However, there is a very involved, complicated book on the subject written by, I want to say, Clara Zetkin. My memory serves me correct. The Pillars of Fascism, I believe it's called. But I believe there's a simpler way to spot and tell the difference between authoritarianism and fascism. And the way we can do this is, let's look at Stalin as an authoritarian. So in Stalinist Russia, which we at the Marxist Perspective are Keynesian communists, and we'll have a video on the difference too, which is a more libertarian communism, if you will. However, I digress. Getting back to recognizing the difference. So authoritarianism, under Stalin, for the most part, if you were a fiddler or a butcher or a baker, if you didn't buck the regime with Leninist ideologies, if you didn't buck the regime, you pretty much could go about your life, and the inner workings of the party or the injustices therein did not come to your doorstep, as it were, unless you openly attacked the regime. But you did not have the right to speak out against it. So that's authoritarianism. You can look away, hide your head in the sand, and it doesn't happen. Then you're okay. So we started in authoritarianism with Donald Johann Drumpf. So Mr. Drumpf, authoritarianism, he bucked the law, bucked the courts, bucked the system. But if people hid their head in the sand and said justice doesn't matter with different things, jury convictions, we could go about our day. But now, if you have a heart and a brain, if you're a person of faith, you see these things and you cannot deny these things. So we see fascism. We know that fascism is different than authoritarianism because it is in your life. You cannot go about your business. And that's not a good political ideology or movement for any other political ideology. There should be no political group of people where you can't just go about your life in happiness. That is so just antithetical to what politics is all about. If you go back to the history of Rome and Greece, it was about the happiness of people. You know, when the